everybody. I think we're live right now. We're waiting on our musicians to get in here, but for the time being, you have me, your
Hello.
host, Lance, AI Dreams, our hostess, Lisa Level Up, and today we are joined by Adam,
Hello.
as you know, Mind Branches on X, Ches with Cyber Metal Records, and Britta, which is Eki AI. Lisa, can you hear us?
I can. My connection's really bad today, so I might have to try to switch. It would not be Abundance Wednesdays without some sort of technical difficulty, so I'm bringing
We've
it
definitely
today.
got to have a few problems. Oh, Joe, what's going on, my friend?
Yo, what's good? Sorry, I'm a few minutes.
Oh no, I'd super appreciate you. Our resident band, David Duran, is a little bit busy at the moment. He's on a super important phone call, so we're super lucky to have Joe Hardesty drop in and jam for us. So,
Yeah.
man, appreciate you, my friend.
Should we go straight into it? Can you hear me?
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, cool.
Yeah, go right ahead. Thank you.
Let's see then. What should we do here? On the rocks at the bottom where I stand, with my heart going rotting in my hands. All their kingdoms are falling. I'll be fine by dawn. What's the point in trying to be something you're not? Good morning moods, good music, good moments to share and use it. Good afternoon if you woke up late, good memories and melodies. Good times we haven't saved, monuments to make them greater. Good energy is meant to be. Good morning moods and good music. Oh, good morning. Outside was dark, you lost your heart trying to be someone. All of the time you wasted, you let it slip away. I'm alright without you, really. Lie myself to sleep, just trying to be, trying to be, trying to be. Good morning moods, good music, good moments to share and use it. Good afternoon if you woke up late, good memories and melodies. Good times we haven't saved, monuments will make them greater. Good energy is meant to be. Good morning moods and good music. Oh, good morning or evening. Rise and shine, surely you'll find it's sweet as cherry wine. Rise and shine, surely you'll find it's sweet as cherry wine. Oh, good morning moods, good music, good moments you share and use it. Good afternoon if you woke up, good memories and melodies. Good times we haven't saved, monuments will make them greater. Good energy is meant to be. Good morning moods and good music. Oh, good morning. Shout out to space, wherever you are. GM. Let's go.
So awesome.
Let's have a good one.
You are really awesome, my friend. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Sorry, I have to
You.
dip in and out.
So great to
Oh,
have
no
like
worries.
that
We're still
active
here. You've
band.
got the link.
We really thank you very
Whenever you need me, just send me a message. I'll be here. All right.
Just pop back in. We're gonna talk to Adam real quick, and then I don't know if you've got some time. I'll send you another message.
Dope.
Sweet. So yeah, that was Joe Hardestry. He is awesome. He and Dave play a lot, and I'm just super appreciative to know the both of them and to have them involved with us. Wow, so many people here today. Mind branches. I just wanted to say a little bit about how we ran. So this is the first space, as I know some of you know, that we're going to start having a segment with authors. And the reason being that when we got the idea for this space, it was actually it was late at night. We were hanging out with Kiri. I know a lot of you know her. And she started just an impromptu space, and people were kind of filtering in, and we were all chit-chatting, and somehow it got on the topic of my shaving cream. I don't remember how. Anyway, I was talking about shaving cream, and one of the guys there says, how are we talking about shaving cream in a space with Nobel laureates, psychologists, astrophysicists, authors, so on and so forth? And I'm looking around, and I looked up and I said, what do you mean we're in a space? I thought there was just like 5 or 6 of us. And I looked up and there was, I don't remember how many, loads of people in the space. And one of who I learned later, one of the astrophysicists says, well, I'll tell you why. He says, because despite all of the different segments that we come from, he said, we all shared the same abundance mindset. And, you know, I'm kind of old. So to me, basically, in short, it was the glass is half full rather than half empty. And that was the common thread among all of us, whether you were into AI art, whether you were a musician, whether you were a poet, whether, you know, all of these different backgrounds. We all saw the possibilities in the world with not only AI, but just everything. If you were out here creating things, if you are participating in a community, then you are embracing life, and you are just, you know, part of the solution to everything that is going wrong. And we just loved that vibe when we left so much that it just kind of stuck with us. We're like, God, that abundance mindset, and, you know, wanting to share this with everybody. But a couple of the other spaces we were in actually had music, and another one had poetry. And I loved both of those, which is how we ran into David and so on. And so we just decided to have our own space like that. But now that we've had this space and it's been running for a little while, and we've got all of our AI artists, we've got poets, we've got musicians, we look back at that first space that started it all and realized that we're missing some of those other things, that there were so many cool people like Adam, as you know, Mind Branches, and other people there. So we decided, you know what, let's get all of them back. And then some of our, you know, people like Grimfell, who hang out with a lot of the poets, David Badarina, he's going to be coming out next week to talk to us. He hangs out with a lot of poets. I think he's a poet himself. It's super exciting. So we're trying to bridge the gap, if you will, between all of the things that we do so that we can all kind of share in the abundance, I guess. I mean, I know it sounds kind of silly, but if you're here, then you clearly share that same mindset. So yeah, that's where we met Adam, Mind Branches. It blew my mind, the things that he was talking about. And since then, you know, I've been looking at a lot of his books, and we were talking to him the other day. And one of the things that he had put together recently was about using AI to enhance creativity, which is, you know, just so on point with, you know, many of the things that we talk about and many of the people in the community. So yeah, welcome, Adam. Oop, oh, sorry. My bad. We had it. There we go.
Oh, there we go. I'm on
Sorry,
mute
my
now.
Right.
bad. Yeah.
I've got you
Yeah,
unmuted
well,
now.
thank you,
Sorry
Lance.
about
Thanks
that.
for having me on. Yeah, so you guys can hear me. And hi, Lisa. And Britta, it's so good to see you. Britta was maybe one of the first 20 to 30 people that followed my account about 2 years ago. So it's
Oh,
so
wow.
cool to see her up here as well. Just great to be on the space, and I love the idea of abundance, sharing these ideas that we're coming across with AI, and in talking about books. So, as your first author, I want to put the disclaimer out that I mean I'm an author in the loosest sense of the term. I've written, one book, and it's a guide to prompting that I think is valuable and useful. You can find it in my bio. It's a great little workbook, but I am much more an admirer of authors. So, where the work that I've done with AI has taken me has really been into an exploration of ideas. And when we talk about abundance, and you can start thinking about just all the possible ideas that are out there floating around out online, whether they're sitting in books in library shelves. Our world is just filled with ideas. And I find that AI has provided me with the ability to really explore those ideas in a way that just was not possible 2 years ago. And really, the story of Mind Branches has been the story of that journey of figuring out for myself ways to use AI to explore different ideas, learn new things, really just explore my curiosity. And as I did that, I developed some techniques and approaches that I thought worked really well for me. I'm a very visual learner. And when I can visualize something and have like a diagram of it and be able to connect the pieces, it helps me really understand that information much more robustly and more quickly, and just really in my mind in a more entertaining way. So I started making these diagrams. I figured out how to do some prompting, how to get an output that I could convert into these mind branches. I show the whole process in my book. I'm not going to spill the beans here. You do have to pay the $10 admission fee there if you want a copy of the book to learn how I specifically do my process. But it's pretty straightforward, and it's using freely available tools. So it's something, if you ever want to, learn how to make these and, do them yourselves, you can do that. There's also a bunch of tools out there now that can do similar things. I think Google released a similar tool in their Notebook LM. Um, but the bottom line is, finding ways to use AI to more effectively explore my curiosity. And that's really what Mind Branches led me to. And then as I was doing that, I figured, hey, maybe if I'm curious and interested in this information, if I like these mind branches, maybe other people will as well. Started an X account, and 0 followers, and just started posting. Um, and it's pretty incredible just when we talk about abundance and connection, and what can happen, when you have an idea that other people resonate with. My account now, 2 years later, I just crossed over, I think, 123,000 people following the account. I still have a tough time wrapping my head around, I'm from the US, so that's two football stadiums full of people that I picture that are out there that are looking at the things that I'm putting out into the world. Um, and that's cool. I think it's a nice bonus. I think the important thing, as I was creating, was that I was creating something I really cared about, and whether it got traction or not, I was going to keep creating. I was going to keep making these things. I knew that the small amount of people initially that were interested in it were just as important as the large amount of people that are interested in it now. So that allowed me to keep going, and then eventually kind of hit this place where I found a really useful application of what I was doing in summarizing books. So I talk about being kind of a connoisseur of authors, or a fan of authors, a admirer of authors. What these authors do when they write these books and dedicate years at a time to collecting information and ideas and distilling that into useful books that anybody can pick up, buy, read anytime, but that very few people do. I mean, I don't know the data on it, but the percentage of people and how many average books someone reads in a year. I think it's rare that you have someone reading over 10 books a year. And it's just, there's these ideas are just sitting there, waiting for people. And that's where I found that with Mind Branches, doing some of the summarization and distillation and trying to find some of those key ideas in those books that could be shared in a unique and interesting way that worked really well on X. I love the platform X, is where, I focus all of my attention on the social media side of things, for a couple of reasons. Uh, One of the main reasons is the platform just makes it really easy to digest my Mind Branches. You can click on the image, you can load it in 4K, you can zoom in on it, and you can really have a good viewing experience. So it becomes very easy, for people to read the Mind Branches, get the information, and share it if they find it valuable and useful. So that's been, really my recent experience, is finding books and things that I'm interested in, exploring different ideas that I want to know more about, and making these summaries and putting them out there. I also continue to stay on top of the latest AI trends, what's happening in the space. I really want to stay on top of the latest technology. Someone put out a post today that was, yeah, it's something along the lines of, technology feels like we're running on a treadmill and someone just keeps turning the speed up. And I imagine people on the call can relate to that as well. If we're, when you're close to this AI, I would say most of us on here, compared to others in the world, we're experts in some of these generative AI tools just for the amount of time that we've been using them, and knowing what they can do, capabilities, capacity. But every day I'm just surprised by, new things that I find that you can do with AI and what these tools are capable of, and they keep getting better. Um, so back to that topic of abundance, I think we're in just such incredibly exciting times, um, to be human, in an age
Yeah,
of
and what you were
AI.
saying, just as far as even how your channel sorry, a little spotty still, so sorry for breaking up. But yeah, I was gonna say that, on that topic, it's easy for me to see why your page has grown up so much and so quickly with people following you, because I think you're providing abundance to the world and a very valuable service for people, because um, a lot of us, it's not necessarily even that we don't want to read, it's just a time thing. You know how everything goes so quickly, and there is so much coming out into the world that it's like hard to sit and dedicate a long time to basically doing anything. Your interests are kind of going all over the place. There's so many things to learn and to do. And I think you're providing a very valuable service to everyone, and being able to have your book summaries, you can kind of quickly get the ideas and move on. And then, if you want to deep dive into it and you have the time, you can. But, like you said, there's just so much out there. And I really think that you're providing something of great value to people and helping bring abundance and that area to the world. So it's easy for me to see why you've been so successful with that. I think what you were saying about, just using AI as a creativity enhancer, and learning how to speak with the AI in a way that gives you different ways of thinking about things. All of that is so important to us as we go forward, because we're just going to be able to like make anything on our command, and being able to have that power is great, but then also just understanding, you know, kind of the mindset behind that is really interesting. And I think one of the things we were talking about is just how that does free up our focus to do the things that are important to us. So if we kind of have like these machines helping propel us in various ways, then we have more time to spend together as humans and learning from each other, and actually like enjoy living and kind of like co-creating together. I think that's really exciting.
Yeah, I summarized a book recently called The Good Life, and it's a, book written by, a few professors. They had the data from, it was the largest longitudinal, which means study over time, of its kind ever done. It's a Harvard study where they tracked people for, I think, 70 or 80 years, and they got a ton of data about, their lives, and, what made for a good life, who had a good life, who had a not so good life, and what were the key factors. And it really all boiled down to one thing, and it was the number of quality relationships that you have in your life. is what determined the likelihood of you, saying that you had a good life or not. And I think that that is something that will remain uniquely human no matter how good AI gets. And I think as AI continues to get better, it will give us more time to focus on that uniquely human feature of quality relationships and being able to engage with each other, being able to create together, being able to use these tools in unique and novel ways, and then share what we're discovering with each other. And that's what I feel like we're doing here. It's really cool that technology can bring us together in this way. And Lisa, I know as we were getting on the call, you were adjusting your Starlink. I mean, you can literally, point a little plastic box into space and connect with the world. It's incredible, just the tools that we have now to make these connections and explore, what's possible with them.
So aside from the mind branches, is there anything else that you do with Chat GPT? I don't want to give up too much, but I'll tell you what, Grok and I have become best friends. He is like my
Yeah.
entire like legal department. My like, I mean, I do some wild things with that thing. I mean, I love it. I absolutely love the LLMs. I don't want to go on forever about it, but is there something that you're doing aside from?
Yeah, there's quite a few things. I mean, I'm using AI in almost every area of my life in some capacity. Using it as a thinking partner when I'm looking at making decisions or trying to think through different options, come up with different strategies. One of my favorite little strategies to do is to have ChatGPT, Claude, whatever the AI is. I typically use GPT, but I'll give it the task of playing two roles, one that's for a decision I'm going to make and one that's against a decision I'm going to make. And I'll make sure I spend some time prompting both of those roles so they're really robust. And I give them a bunch of context and background information on the situation. And then I just tell it to go and say, have an argument, figure this out. Watching that dialogue come out, there's been a couple of times where I've done that, and it literally felt like my internal monologue was being written out in front of me in real time. It was unbelievable. It's like this is, if I can tune this thing the right way, I can align it with the types of thoughts I'm having. I can start offloading some of that thinking process to these tools. And that's the human machine connection that I think it sounds like sci-fi, but to me, I mean, picking up a pencil doesn't seem like I'm, using some crazy technology, but that's the same type of principle. It allows me to do things that I wouldn't be able to do without a pencil. I can write a thought down and then I can read that thought. Now I can write 5 thoughts down. I can write 10. I can write pages of thoughts down. Now I can have that information stored and reflect back on it. And it changes my ability to think because I now have this tool that's a pencil. And then multiply that out to what AI is. And it becomes this incredible tool to augment our thinking capacity and our abilities. So I really think of it in that way when I'm using it and try to find ways that I can apply it that way.
Awesome.
I'm thinking of a book. I paused because there's a book. I think it's called Natural Born Cyborgs. You'd have to scroll pretty far back in my feed to find it, but I did a summary of it. But the author does a really good job of describing how, humans were really built to have extensions of our minds through tools. And I'm sure everybody on this call is going to have a different version of what that looks like for them. I like making really cool visual diagrams that help me think and collect ideas. Ches is going to talk about music. I mean, there's different ways to use these extensions of our mind, and then therefore the extension of our creativity through these tools to create really cool things. So AI is just such a exciting space to be in for that because we're the early explorers still.
I am definitely exploring. Caution to anybody using it, though. You certainly need to double check some things. They do slip up once in a while, especially on, if it's new information or say a state law just changed. But yeah, other than that, it's really, I cannot, don't get me gushing about these LLMs, because I have literally built together with Lisa, we built some crazy stuff in a month. Like, I mean, okay, 6 weeks, and I have done stuff that would have, in the old days, I'd have had to hire an entire legal department, an IT firm. I mean, it would have been impossible. Like, it would have taken too much time and too much money, and for too much risk. And being able to do it all myself, with just an LLM guiding me along the way, is wild. It is really wild.
It just unlocks so much more of capability, potential, possibility. And as you continue to use them and learn them, I will give, one more pitch. If someone is early with AI, wants to start learning it, how to get a hold of it, there's a lot of great resources. I mean, OpenAI released a great course. I have a summary of that in my thread, where they have some free courses on AI. There's a bunch of online, good resources. Um, I have my book is a great guide for someone getting started with LLMs. It's going to really teach you some of the fundamentals. In a way, I use the example. It's like if you were going to learn a musical instrument, you're going to get good at that by practicing. So I wrote my book in a way that is outlined like it would be teaching you a musical instrument. So there's sections where you jump in and actually type in the prompts, get the responses. The responses you get are actually a part of the teaching that the book does. So it's really interactive and encourages practice, because I think ultimately with these tools, you can learn only so much. And a lot of the things you're learning are from people that learn these things not much earlier than you did. Um, there's no one in the world that's an expert in using generative AI for the past 20 years, because it hasn't existed. So the people that are learning and doing trainings and things, they're still discovering things as well. But having a guide from someone that's kind of gone through and used it in ways that might be useful to you can be really helpful to just shorten that learning curve a little bit and get you to a place where you're excited about it. And I think that if I had a recommendation for someone getting started with AI, like, don't stop until you feel the excitement. I've heard way too many people, they tried it, they weren't really impressed. They used it to write an email, they asked it a question, it gave them an answer that wasn't that great, and they just kind of like put it aside and were like, this isn't. And maybe they did that back when it was GPT 3.5 or whatever, some old version. Like, they didn't push it enough to get to that space where they have that moment where they're realizing the potential that's there, not just for the tool, but for them with the tool and what they can now
Yeah,
do that these things exist. So I encourage
that's
people
a
to
really
stick
good
with it
point.
until you get to that point.
I agree, because there's so many obviously different things you can do with it. So even if you're like, well, I'm not into coding or I'm not into whatever, like there's something you're into that AI can help propel you. Like that's how I got started in all this in the first place, because I was like, I don't really need ChatGPT to help me with writing emails. I think I've got that covered. But then it's like, oh, okay, it can do all this other stuff. So I think you're totally on the money with that. Find what you're interested in, and there's definitely a way that AI is going to be able to help you with that. Anyway, we
Definitely.
wanted to really thank you for coming on today. It really was great to have you on. And like Lance said, you're kind of an important part, whether you knew it or not, to our Abundance Wednesdays history. So we were really excited to have you on to kind of kick off this whole thing of collaborating with people who are out there bringing abundance in other ways. So it meant a lot to both of us that you came today. We appreciate you having you here.
Well, thank you
Absolutely.
both. I really appreciate you having me, and thanks everybody that tuned in as well.
We got currently 481 people looking at us. Hello to everybody out there. Thank
All
you for
right.
watching.
Hello, everyone. And I did link it. I don't know how well the links come through there on X, but we do have a YouTube channel as well, Turtle and Hairy Eye, and the stream's probably a bit cleaner there, although we do the best that we possibly can here on X, and it's fun being able to chat with everyone here too. So awesome. Great. Well, let's get
Absolutely.
Ches up here.
Ches
Mute,
also
unmute.
from us. Well, let's see here. How does it work?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was muted too.
There we
Alright.
go. Sorry.
Yeah.
All
Hey,
right. No, I
everybody.
got you. All
Yeah.
right. Well, awesome. So yeah, we're really excited now to welcome Ches, who you know is Cyber Metal Records or possibly Hillbilly Hellfire. If you're a fan of AI music and video channel, as we definitely are here, you have more than likely seen his because he is earliest supporters of AI video, and I know that Tony and Laura, who run that, just absolutely love him as well. And it's really cool to see everybody building that community and sharing music and music videos. And I know that we've been connected for a long time, which has now I remember during the holidays, even when was it your son who did a
Yeah.
video for the contest? I think
Yeah. My son did a
your son and
video
Lance's
for us.
daughter both. Yeah, and that was really cool to see both of you had your kids participate in that. I thought that was really neat, and they both ended up winning the awards. So pretty cool. But we're just excited to have him here today because, as you know, he is a great member of our community and is always sharing and supporting others. And besides that, has a very successful Cyber Metal Records, and his Hillbilly Hellfire YouTube channel has over 7 now. So we're just here today to kind of tell us a little bit more about what he's doing with that. And if you were here when Krista Gable was sharing some of her prompt secrets, I think that Ches has a lot of ideas on how to get the most out of AI. Like you just heard Adam talking about with AI tools, there's kind of something out there for everyone. So if you're into making music, learn how you can do that the best way using the variety of tools that are out there. And in any case, we're just excited to have you here today. So thank you for coming, Ches.
Yeah. Thank you for having me on. So, yeah, my name is Chaz. That's the name I go by. And I basically have been doing AI music for over a year and a half now. I started back in November of 2023. And what had happened was back then, Suno was kind of getting started with Microsoft. So Microsoft decided in their Bing um, search engine to kind of have a little prompt where you can make a song through Suno. And I tried it out. I really liked it, and I said, this would be a lot of fun and just a great idea to start making AI music. Um, and I was totally new to the space. It wasn't as many resources back then, so I started making music through Suno. Started learning how to do it. I would go into the Suno creator space where they had different people's doing prompts and stuff like that in different styles and start watching what people were doing. And then I started using a tool called Neuroframes. So what Neuroframes is, it's really neat. It's a tool where you can take music stems and have the music stems basically modulate the AI through different ways. And it was one of the few tools back then too. And through the great community, content creator community in Neuroframes, they got me involved with the AI music video show. Back then, they had a show where they were doing a watch party, and since then, the rest has been history. But just working with Luna Vega and Tony, I would regularly go into their watch parties every week, be a part of the show. I would learn from other people what they were doing and start growing from there, creating songs through Neuroframes. And I was they're just such a wonderful group of people. They're really supportive of the AI community, and they were really supportive of my work. And um, so from there, back in March of 2024, I was searching through YouTube, and there was a group called Appalachian Anarchy. And what they were doing is they were doing what was called bluegrass metal. Up until then, I was doing more European metal, such as pirate metal and gothic metal, and wasn't making much of an impact on my cyber metal channel. So I decided that, hey, I really like what I hear that they're making. So I'm going to just make a second channel, call it Hillbilly Hellfire. And what back then, all the bluegrass metal bands, all they were doing were instrumental music. And they were not doing any lyrical type music. And said, you know what, I'll take it to the next level. I'll add lyrics to the songs, use Suno AI to fuse bluegrass and metal together. And I also do country and metal. And when I started doing that channel, at first it didn't do much of an impact, but all of a sudden, just one of the bluegrass metal songs just picked up, and it really blew up. And right around Halloween, I had a couple of songs that really exploded. One's called Banjo in the Graveyard, which has almost 200,000 views. And that really helped my channel grow. And since then, my channel has just been growing. I'm up to almost 17,500 subscribers now. So it's just been an
That's
interesting
awesome. Yeah, I
journey.
remember that one.
But some things I've learned, I'm going to talk is really get yourself involved with the community. I really enjoy talking to some of the community members. Like I talk to Tony and Luna Vega anytime I can. Lance here and Lisa, they're wonderful. And I really try to support the community. So just take a positive attitude, and if we just help each other, we can help each other kind of grow. I always try to promote people's videos, books, poetry, whatever, because I just want to see people succeed, and I just want to treat people the way that I hope they would treat me. So that's really my attitude towards it. And also, I suggest collab. As you get to know community members, start collabing with them, start working with them, because I have learned so much. In a second here, I'm going to talk about Claude, and actually Tony was the one that got me into Claude. So if it wasn't for that connection, I would never know how to do it. So Lance, do you want to share the video, and then I can start talking about the workflow?
Absolutely. So you've got so many of them, and you sent over a bunch of them. I really couldn't choose between all of them, but anybody who knows me knows that when I started doing this, one of my first successes was the Pirates opera. So when Ches sent over Pirates and he was showing some of the other things, I'm like, yeah, those are cool, but let's see more Pirates. So that is the one.
I also liked the Pirates, and I also do not like clowns, so I had to overrule using your latest. But I really like
no worries.
the Pirates, so we're going with that.
She's like, I don't know about the clowns.
You don't like vampire clowns?
All right, here we go. This one is Set Sail with Hillbilly Hellfire, and I can't see the second
Goober
one.
Beats.
Goober Beats.
And the name of the song is A Pirate's Life. It's a song that Goober wrote and sang.
It is A Pirate's Life, isn't it? Here we go.
Seven seas, we play.
booty, heed our wishes, or you'll give my blunderbuss your final kisses. Blunder, shoot, loot, steal. Blunder, shoot, loot, steal. A pirate's life is the life for me, sipping on rum and living like thieves. Pirate's life is the life for me, do what we must on the seven seas. We plunder, shoot, loot, steal. Plunder, shoot, loot, steal. A pirate's life is a life for me. I'll give my life on the seven seas. Do what we must as we please. You'll never see us bend the knee. Plunder, shoot, loot, steal. Plunder, shoot, loot, steal. A pirate's life is a life for me, sipping on rum and living like thieves. Pirate's life is a life for me, do what we must on the seven seas. We plunder, shoot, loot, steal. Plunder, shoot, loot, steal.
All right, awesome. So yeah, this is what it's called pirate
Awesome.
metal.
I think you got the
So
whole
it's
crowd
very
pumped
big.
up on pirates.
We are pumped. Arr.
Yeah.
Arr.
So this is called pirate metal. So pirate metal is really big in Europe. Um, the biggest group is Elstorm. So one of my backgrounds that I really love musically is I love metal music, but there was a drought here in the United States. So um, as the 2000s ended and we got into like around 2012, 2013, it was hard to find good metal music. So I ended up started listening to European music, and I really got into pirate metal and gothic metal and a bunch of the European styles. So I try to incorporate a lot of them into my videos as well. But my goal when I'm making a video, and this is pretty challenging with AI, is to try to make the most realistic video as I can. Different people have different styles. Some people do cartoons. Some people do like with neural frames. You can do like beat type visuals with the music. I like traditional videos. So after much pain and research on it, I finally have. Finally starting to get there. It's not there yet, but it's getting there closer and closer as the technology improves, as more models come out. So the first thing I use is a application called FreePick. So FreePick, it's really a application that uses really Flux. But what they did was they built their own image model on top of Flux. And the way FreePick works is they have all these styles, um, and it makes creating pictures easy. So, like for example, for mine, I picked the photo style, and then I put my prompt in. I use Chat GPT for my prompts because I have have better luck with Chat GPT. Plus, it learns my style of prompting. So over time, I can just basically tell Chat GPT, hey, I want to use this character, and it remembers which character I want, and it pulls up that information. So I used the Mystic model, and what I found with the Mystic model, you get some of the most realistic pictures that you can with AI. They have done a wonderful job over there. But the other good thing about FreePick is they have all the video models. They have Kling, they have Google, they have Halo, or Honolulu. They have all their video models right there. And if you um, so one thing you can do with them is you can create actually create your picture, then create the video from your picture. Um, one thing I do, I also have a separate subscription to Kling. I pretty much use um, only Kling. Um, but what I've been doing lately is creating the picture in Free Pick using the Mystic model. Um, and then I've been using the Kling, creating a Kling video with them, and they have a brand new beta lip sync application. So with that lip sync application, what you can do is you can tell your with Kling or also like Google too, but Google is pretty expensive um, to have your character sing or have your character speak, and it gets the natural expressions in their face. Then you come back with the lip sync application and you put in your lip sync, your speaking or the song clip that you're going to have them sing, and it overwrites the mouth movement to the lip sync. So you're catching both the natural facial expressions and the lip sync along with it. So it's giving you a more natural um, lip sync or natural human speech with it. And then finally, you can also create characters with it. I currently almost have 40 characters with free pick. Um, so it allows you to have constant characters, and you can now do something called character inpainting. So you can have two characters on the screen, one being one of your characters, and then you can inpaint over the other image as one of your other characters. That way you can have multiple characters on the same video. So that's one of the tools I use. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about was Claude 3.7, and both songwriting and character create, or not actually story creation and script creation. So Krista was talking about a few weeks ago how she had assigns roles to them, the AI, and has the roles to it becomes a music writer or songwriter or a director. You can do the exact same thing with Claude, but the nice thing about Claude, where it really excels in over Chat GPT, is basically storytelling and character creation and songwriting. So what I have learned with Claude, and I'm going to actually put a guide out here on X pretty soon, is you can put in different parameters. So, for example, I tell Claude, hey, I want to create a song. I want it to have three verses, three pre-choruses, three choruses, and a bridge. And then I say, hey, I want you to use this language. I want you to use, like, for example, if it's a pirate mail song, I want you to use pirate mail slang for my song, or I want you to use write my song that's geared towards more a bluegrass metal audience, and then you can tell it if you want your song to be have cussing, you can tell it, hey, I want my song to have cussing, or I don't want my song to have cussing, and and then finally what I do is I put in some of the parameters that I have in Suno, like I put in my instruments that I have in my Suno prompt. I put in my style. Um, I put in basically if it's going to be a group sing or not. And by doing that, what Claude does is it actually writes you a song in a Suno format. Um, so it'll have all the tags there for you. So it'll have basically chorus and verse and pre-chorus with the little brackets around it, and you can tell it to, hey, I want to have backup singing in there, and I use braces for the backup sings, and it'll put it in there as well. And by doing that, you can actually write really good full songs with Claude. And then the same thing you can with your music videos. You can write out, you can have it write out your music videos as well as say, here's my characters, here's the story I want to do. I'm going to use a Fredericks pyramid, so I need a build up, a climax, and a resolution, and it'll do that all for you. And I find that it just does a better job than ChatGPT.
Now, when you're doing that, do you actually get down to the nitty gritty? Do you give it bars and beats, or are you just giving it a genre, like make me a metal song with this? Or are you saying, or do you give it a word limit? Do you give it parameters, or does it have a free hand to kind of do what it wants?
I give it parameters. So here's the thing. Actually, with Suno, you can give it beats in your style prompt. You can also pick a key in your style prompt. So a lot of people don't know that. So I can say I want to write a E minor song with 120 beats per minute, and Suno will try to do that for you inside your style. So
Nice. I haven't tried that with Suno. I don't use Suno a whole lot. And there's a few tricks that I learned whenever I was messing with the musics and stuff. But I'm just curious because I think it was maybe Brian. Somebody was telling, it might have been Brian James Gage. We were talking about, oh no, maybe it was David Morris. We were talking about how to time drums and things, because one of those, the one that I made with my daughter at the end, and other ones, the pirate thing and stuff, I always try to time the music in line with, whether they're working on the frets on the guitar or drumming and whatnot. And I just kind of like choose the music and then, run it 50 billion times until I find something that adds up. But I think it was David was telling me that he actually was giving it the tempo for the drums, and he gave it very specific instructions, and he felt that it worked a little bit better for him.
Mm-hmm. The other thing with Suno is if you're going to fuse styles together, it's the best tool out there for there. Basically, let's say you want to take one thing I've been doing lately is taking K-pop and new metal and fusing it together. It does an excellent job of fusing genres together.
Sweet. I loved the video. Again, everything that you do for the community, being a real participant in the community, a supporter of the community, was one of the big reasons that we wanted you to come here. I mean, everybody is making cool stuff, but the whole point of this show is just all of us getting together and sharing. And Pastor, as he pointed out, you're one of the most prolific sharers from the beginning with AI music videos. So we were all super thankful for you and all of your hard work, and just you being a great part of the community.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah,
and
for sure. You're just
Go ahead, Lisa.
No, we definitely think you have that spirit of abundance. You're always out there, not only making your own creations, but collaborating with others and supporting others, all of their stuff. And it's just really a lot of fun having you around in the community and pulling in other people. And we really appreciate you coming today. It was great to talk to you.
Well, thank you for having me. It was a pleasure being on the show.
Thanks, Ches. So I see David has made it in from his most important of phone calls. What's going on, my friend? Oh, wait, hold on. Wait,
David!
I think Dave's muted. Hold on, let me get him.
What's up, bro?
There we go. There we go. We got you.
Let's see.
You
We
got
got
me?
Hardistry and David on here now.
We got Hardistry and David. Can y'all play together? No.
Yeah, 2 for the
Well, we
price
can.
of 1.
A duet.
We're gonna work that out. We can do it. I tell you, we can do it. We're gonna work it out. We have to mess with a few more things.
We got to get a live AI video made up on the fly whilst we do it. That'll be pretty cool.
Well, right now there shouldn't be too much lag between you two. The only difference is because David's not on the hard line yet. But if you guys were on the hard line, we wouldn't have any lag, and y'all could actually play together. But anyways, I think the way it is right now, there'd be slight lag, so one of you would have to play and forward the other one, etc.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we can do that.
Which one of you would like to play now? Because we love you both.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, we'll do We'll go band for band. I'll go after you, David, if you want. I played one earlier. I did miss my slot. Or I can play before and get them warmed up for you. What do you
that
think?
sounds good. Could you warm them up for me? I got through the phone call, and no, you wouldn't believe though, guys. Just before that, I was just jamming with a guitar player, a bass player, and a drummer. Well, no, the guitar player and the bass player are the same person. And so anyway, but drummer. So, and he just 2 minutes down the road. And these guys are old and they've been doing this for 40 years, man. They've been playing, so they want to get out and play. So yeah, we're going out and play. It's real. Yeah. So that's what I was doing till I got here. And then I missed the lawyer's phone call. Anyway, I'm not going to take up babbling on about that. So let me mute my mic here. Sorry. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, I was just seeing what tune to play. I'll play this one. Shout out to my Canadian brother and anyone else from Canada.
Pastors up in Canada.
As I fall to the ground in defeat, with blood on my knees and mud in my hair, I mean it, I swear. What a sight to behold, a story untold, but life isn't lived unless you're in it. My mind's like a supercomputer, it's super duper, taking off like a trooper, better not shoot ya. It's just too much paperwork, my AI ain't got it. I'm obnoxious, still I breathe fumes that are toxic. Sorry, toxic, I really got it, forget me, what's it? Now looking back, but my heart's intact, you getting mad. I hate it when I see you like that. I'm in shambles, shackles, my head rattles, stood in line like cattle, but done a few battles. It doesn't matter if you left baffled, we're just animals, not flannels, smoke camels. Just to keep my energy high, I'm energized, touching the sky, not paralyzed, pretty fly. All this ammunition, reaching out of prison, don't need keys to no ignition, now just levitate and listen. Tell me a fable, only if you're able, throw your cards on the table, let's make it a staple. Tell me a fable, sweeter than maple syrup on bagels. I can't get away, still I've tried it. You're all that I want, why fight it? Tell me a fable, only if you're able, sweeter than maple syrup. Take what you want from me, show me why I believe all my hope and my freedom till I choke, barely breathing, lost like the calm I had, restless crawling back to my love. It's just us. Maple syrup, ride horses, those stirrups. Just because we're taking off, waiting on tables, it could be fatal. Please growing maple trees, save all bees. God come and save us, geez. I've been asking and praying for weeks. Reeks like bleach and it sucks like leeches. Can't teach, so I sure don't preach it. Lost features and burst sneakers, blasting out speakers. I forgot what I said, I've been smoking amnesias. Still catch fevers and get seizures, I've grown weaker. We're just dreamers, roaming where hiders and seekers grow, but we moving slow, let it groove and flow. Kinda soothing loads on a wave like boats. A storm in the sky, I can hardly float. Tell me a fable, only if you're able. Throw your cards on a table, just make it a staple. Tell me a fable, sweeter than maple syrup on bagels. I can't get away, I tried it. You're all that I want, why fight it? Tell me a fable, only if you're able. It's sweeter than maple syrup.
We are.
Bro, that was so awesome. Like every single one. I know you don't want to be famous or anything, but we're gonna make you famous against your will. We'll see.
Hey, I never said that. I just said it's not a goal. Like I think it's a stupid goal. That's a stupid goal.
Well,
I mean,
I don't
everyone
mean
knows the
famous.
best
I
singers.
just want you to get. I want you to get. I don't want to use the dirty word money, but I
Want
want
other
you to
people
get
to
your
appreciate
just.
your talent.
Yes, that's just it. I want you to get your just desserts. You know what I really want? I want you to be able to have time to make music for us all the time, so that you don't have
Hey,
to
thanks, man.
bother
Hey,
with other
now
nonsense.
that's the goal. That's the goal.
Yeah, that's what
It's
I
the
really
freedom
want.
to actually make
Ex-
music. I
Exactly.
wouldn't call it freedom. I wouldn't call it freedom, but you can put yourself in. It's a new type of bondage, man. Making music is its own type of bondage. And yeah, it'll be cool to reach escape velocity. But let's see. Thanks for having me there.
Awesome.
Thanks for coming, my friend.
Really a lot for coming in on the shorts and helping fill in there. It's really great. We always love having you here. So thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, and
All right. Are we going to have David sing and then talk to Britta?
David, do you want to play, or are you still queuing up?
Oh, wait, I've got him muted. There we go. You're unmuted now.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, no, I could play. I can play. I just didn't know you wanted to do 2 songs in a row. If you guys want to chat, I'm not in a hurry. I kind of blew out my ear friggin' singing so loud earlier, but that's okay. I could still.
All right. Well, we can go ahead if you want to just hang out to the end. We'll go ahead and talk to Britta. That's fine too. We always
Sure,
love
yeah,
hearing you sing.
yeah. No problem. I just jumped in.
All right.
I was really late today. Remember I said I wouldn't be late?
Oh, no worries. You're always on time. You're here.
I'm
That's
just
what.
gonna say I'll be late. And,
Sure, that's
I'll
the
be late
important part.
Still
Things
good.
happen.
No, that's all right. Thank you, guys.
All right, great. Well, we'll go ahead and have you come back at the end, and we'll just go ahead and start talking to Britta. Awesome. Let me unmute her. Okay, well, great. So I'm sure that probably everyone knows Britta. That was actually really cool that she was one of Adam's original supporters, although that doesn't surprise me because it seems like something she would be very interested in. But yeah, so I know Britta for again a while now. Early on in my AI journey when I was getting to know everybody here on X, she and I just kind of again through the happenstance of the universe had both been talking with Melissa, who does the Random Thoughts from a Gen X Gal account. And at the time, she was doing her web series or her X exclusive series, Mo's Place, which is really awesome. You guys should definitely check that out. I'll link it at some point. But, it's kind of just this AI. Melissa is a writer, and she had written this whole storyline and using AI tools to turn it into a, a series. So anyway, I randomly decided to make a theme song for Melissa's Mo's Place because I really like the style. It's kind of like jazzy swing music and like old bars and things. So I was like, oh, I'm going to make you a theme song. And she ended up using it for her show. And then Britta had made a song just coincidentally that fit perfectly into this Moe's place. So it was really fun because the three of us got to be like collaborating on this thing randomly, and that's how I first kind of got to know who Britta was. And ever since then, I feel like she and I have become fairly good friends through X, and I just really love her spirit. I love what she's doing. A lot of the she is actually a former social scientist turned poetic technologist, and she does a lot of storytelling, using AI to kind of the ways to work with AI, and I think like symbiotic relationship. The tag she goes by Eka AI means behold AI, here's human, here is AI, and it's a bridge between art, philosophy, technology, and emotional truth. Britta does all things, and she's recently been working on building her Discord channel, which is Cafe, and she's been going through a lot of many of us just kind of trying to find what we want to do with the rest of our lives and using AI to kind of like become more fully human, I think. So I just really love her heart and her spirit, and was super excited she's going to come and join.
Welcome. Yes.
I think you're unmuted.
Thank you
if
very
you can
much.
hear us.
Can you hear me?
Great. Yes, we can hear.
We hear you, Christy.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you very much for the invitation and for having me in the show and for the kind introduction. Yes. Do I have to say any more? That was all. It's so much. I don't know where to start from. First of all, yes, pleased to meet Adam here. Mine branches in the show. Actually, I saw the potential what he was doing. I don't know if so early, but I found it great, and see a lot of people in the chat here as well, and probably I love supporting your work. It's just something I been doing as a job for my half of my life now, and I want to continue with it. Yeah, so that's of all. I love what you are doing, and if it comes across my eyes on the X platform, I throw you hearts and comments to just give you a little bit more reach. I am still a niche little small account. I think because of I just love to keep it playful and love to experiment through all tools and genres, and it's hard to find one lineage for the followers to support me in that way. That which is okay. I can live with that. Yeah. Right. We're talking about AI. I started my journey with AI basically like many of us in the November 2023 with ChatGPT. Happened to be a really good thing for me, just to have this kind of conversations you can't have with a human, and it gave me a lot. And from there, I took over to a app named Viatopia. I don't know if you're familiar with it. I came across, and I generated images with this app until December or November. I don't know. For 3/4 of a year, only with this app, which gives you very nice and unique aesthetics because of the Chinese training material. I found it really beautiful and intriguing to see. I don't know how to say. Just give me a second. It's a little bit different, and I liked it very well. So then I got introduced to Discord and to the Discord channel Midjourney, which was too overwhelming for me, too stressful. I got distracted all the time. But I learned I can use Midjourney on my own Discord channel. So I made up my own Discord channel just for the use to generate my pictures on Midjourney. Midjourney is now a wonderful website and had recently update, the V7, and it's really, really great. And you actually can better work with the website now than with the Discord. But yeah, I'm still human and I have my habits, so I still generate most of my images with Midjourney in my Discord, on my Discord channel. Yeah, and as I said, I love this playfulness, and in a world, I see that you all want the optimal results, and I love these little flaws and errors in the AI image generation and video generation, and bear with me, please. Oh, am I shouting? Bear with me,
Oh no,
please.
you're doing great.
After midnight now, I had to sleep earlier, and I'm struggling through with my German English
Oh goodness.
Yes. To the
I think
tools,
your English
I
sounds
tried a
perfect.
lot. Thank you. I tried a lot. I tried Leonardo. I tried the free pick. Jess spoke about Pixverse, Hydra. Got little bit into the music generation with Suno, with Udio, video generation with Luma Tree Machine, of course, and Meme Video. Would have done more, but I love to sleep as well, and my day still has only 24 hours, and this never have been enough in my life. But yeah, we're getting there. Mostly, on a daily basis, I still talk to ChatGPT, which is fantastic with the memory function. Did you know that you can curate your memories in the settings? You can actually, it has it. I came to a limit last week, or last week I say. It said me they are nearly full and I have to delete some. And then I
Yeah.
downloaded my archive, my whole archive, and it's about, I had conversations since since the beginning, November 2023. It's about 20,000 pages.
Wow.
It's
Oh wow.
immense. It's
Goodness.
immense. And I generated about, I don't know, 70,000 images or something. I don't know. I don't know
Wow.
exactly. It's a lot. And I did some
That's crazy.
custom GPTs for business uses, as well as for creative uses, for consulting and stuff, and just like to experiment still. Yeah, and yeah, lately you said it. I lean more into this soul script reprogramming myself, working with the AI as co-creator, as partner, as my co-founder. It's, you might hear it, it's such an amazing thing, and you can only imagine where humanity and every individual, as I say, on an individual and on a collective level, this will go within the next few years. It's incredible. It's really a new industrial revolution. Yeah, and it keeps me excited every day. Yeah, lean a little bit more into poetry
So
as
with
well
your
with my mini series, a brief contemplation on radical acts, which brings me a lot of fun and joy. And last sentence, it's so great to have this platform still, the X platform, to just keep up with the with your all work and with the news and with everything. Something I have dreamed about in when I was a teenager, and it's still great to have this opportunity to meet people like you, all over the globe, and to have conversations. And yeah, I'm mind blown still every day.
I'm right there with
yeah,
you.
that's what I was just thinking. It's like go ahead, Lance.
Oh no, I mean, following along with everything you're saying. Yep, the LLMs are. I haven't used Chat GPT. I just, because I've already started with Grok, I figured I'd just keep going down that path. Since I'm already paying your man anyways, why add another second guesser? But yeah, making stuff. But I wanted to ask you, you've got another little. I know that the communities or the sub communities. What do you call those? Like you have the generative art and the little sub communities here on X. I think you have one. I wanted to ask you about. Why did you start it? And does it still have a point now that X has changed the algo to basically let you or let anybody randomly talk in your sub community? I forget what it's called. Was it communities?
Yeah, it's community. Yeah, started out as a little my own little private space on the X platform, and then they changed the algorithm, and everybody sees the posts you post in your community, which is great, because I shared them already before they changed the algorithm. I shared most of them publicly, so don't mind. It's the Cosmic Harmony Cafe. Crazy story. You know the song Across the Universe of the Beatles? And on this day, they sent the song Across the Universe, which is, I think, the 4th of February. I had this idea to establish or found this community, Cosmic Harmony Cafe, as a imaginary. It's a storytelling project. It's I do not live with a robot and a cat and a mouse on a space station at the end of the known universe. It's just something like I like to imagine. And this is the place where in the Polaris region, where the song will head in 2462. Don't hit me on that number. I'm terrible bad with numbers and dates and names and facts. What I can provide is support, a little bit of kindness, and spreading love all over the timeline with the hearts. And I still miss the star. And not the hard facts. I can do it, but it's more imagination I provide here. And yes, I thought I could be a little bit more independent as well. Experimented with own YouTube channel. It's lies there and waits for more, and started my own Discord channel, but it's still a private place, and I actually in the moment I don't know where it can be evolve, because I want to evolve the things organically, which works the best for me. And yeah, now it's sitting there and just waiting for me to give a little bit more attention and consciousness. Yeah. Does
Nice.
this answer your question?
Absolutely. No, I guess mainly I was just curious when I first got here, there were all of the little the communities, and I was kind of trying to figure out why there were these communities. I mean, it was kind of clear that we were all hanging in the same space, AI artists or musicians, etc. So why did everybody have these communities? I saw one that was generative art, then you had another one that was makers of generative art, then you had the bestest generative art, and this, that, and the other. And I was kind of like, is there a point to these things? Like, is anybody like, I mean, is there a serious point to it? And then I saw, I joined them just to join them. And now X changed the algo so that it doesn't really seem to matter at all. And frankly, I've never participated in any of them. I feel like X is my community and my tribe is all over here. So it didn't make much sense to kind of go into these, back rooms or whatever, if you will. So I was just curious, because I definitely saw that yours was more like it wasn't, the next, like, no, this one is really the best generative artists or whatnot. It was the Cosmic Harmony Cafe. So I was curious where that came from.
Well, people are different, and I know that there are a lot of people who like the communities, and it was a topic the other week that the communities you can share is limited. And there are people like the Alex Utopia, my fellow German content creator. He just gave his community a new face, I think, and he's very strategic with social media, coming from social media marketing, and he uses it in the strategic and more to his business related ways, and as well as Alex Northstar. He is doing AI consulting, and as he too uses his community just for news about his work and little tutorials and stuff. And yes, of course, the X platform is our big platform. But have you been in unfamiliar corners like, I don't know, esports or fashion? Or there's so much more. This X platform is it's a space station per se, for itself. And yeah, everything is so mind blowing right now.
Yeah, for sure.
So what do
Sorry,
you
my
want to know?
connection's breaking up a
I
little
don't
bit,
know.
so I don't
I,
mean to like bust it, but well, thank you for coming today. I think it's been really great hearing from you. We've been wanting to actually have you on for quite a while. And now that we have this better space, it was great to have you. And you've always supported us from the very get go, and we both really appreciate it. I just really love you and love that you were here today. And like you said, I think X has really brought us all together, and that's kind of like, now that we're here, it's great. But then I know, like you were saying, other platforms, Lance and I have been trying to start branching out more, and then obviously bringing in more voices from across the whole creative community. I think that we are co-creating that world, like you said, and we're really excited to keep seeing what you are doing. And I know everybody in the community really loves you and supports you and thinks that you're amazing. So we just really appreciated having you here today. It was really great to have you on, and you're always welcome back because we always love to hear from you.
thanks you, thanks Lisa, and thanks Lance for this show is such a great example for what is possible. And yeah, thanks for the very kind words and the invitation, and thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming, Britta, really.
Oh, yes, definitely. You guys all in the community are really what even keeps the show going. We love you guys and really, really love supporting you and showing everybody what you're doing. because it's just amazing. All the great, wonderful people. The more I get to you, the more I'm like, these people are amazing, and everyone should know how amazing they are. So that's why we keep doing what we're doing and growing what we're growing, because we really see it as a great way to give everyone else out here in the world to be able to know how amazing you all are, and we love and appreciate you. Should we have David sing for us some more?
Absolutely. I'm wondering if
Or
David
maybe
can
have
play us that,
David
the one. Hello?
the one. Can you hear us, David? I think I've got you unmuted now. But you might be muted on your side.
Oh, you cut out though. I did.
There we go. We got you, David. I don't remember which one it was that you played, David, but I love that one. It's like it's a little bit slower. I think, what is it? Lost at Sea? I'm not really sure.
I don't remember what it is, but I love it.
Well, I don't know the title of it, but I've heard it a few times, and it's so awesome because I don't think Dave's not like that. Like if you've ever listened to him, he just kind of takes his playing with a grain of salt. So he plays and then he moves on. He's like, "Okay, you're next." I'm like, "Wait, tell us about the song. Wait, what was the title?" He's like, "All right." He's like, "I don't know, just something I was playing."
I can't hear nothing now.
Oh, you can't hear? Hello.
Well, I can't. I can barely hear you though. I don't know what I did. Let me. I have to jump back in.
Okay.
I think I have to come back out.
We hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, that's. I'm just having trouble hearing you. Yeah, shoot. I don't know what that one that is. Where's my? Okay, well, I'll just try. Let me just try one or two of them, and you just tell me. I was gonna play a different song that I wanted to play, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. Okay, is it this one here? Maybe you just let me know.
I think that's the one. I wouldn't swear to it. Yeah, that's it.
Hey baby, let me tell you a story about the time that I was lost. This one, lost at
That
sea.
is the one. That's the one.
That's the one? Okay.
Hey baby, let me tell you a story about the time that I was lost at sea. All my guts and glory capsized and ran upon a reef. The waves kept coming on stronger. I couldn't hang on any longer. No, I started sinking down. Oh, you better start swimming right now. Ooh. I was out there swimming for such a long time, treading water, said my last goodbye. Nearly drowned in that pitch black water. Thank God when I seen your light. With a blast from my heart, I kept on floating toward your voice when you called my name. At last I finally saw you, baby. Was pretty smile holding up your hand. But the waves kept coming on stronger. I couldn't hang on any longer. Did I know I started sinking down? You better jump in. You gotta save me right now. Ooh. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, that's the one. I love that one. That's the one we're gonna do the video to.
Guys, yeah, I got a big piece of
Awesome.
skin
Thank you,
hanging off my
David.
thumb here. Look, it was catching on the guitar string. I gotta clip it out. That was messing me up. But anyway.
I love that one. I love that one, really. And as soon as we finish getting it all set up, that's the one that I want to do the video for.
Oh, that would be cool. That would be really cool. Yeah, so like we'll have like a reef. Oh, yeah, we'll have to talk about that. Yeah, someone's gonna rescue me.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be pretty. I think. You,
Awesome. Thank you,
All
David.
right. Well, I
We're
want
glad
well,
to.
you
you
could just
made it.
follow the story. It will be
It's going to be easy. That's why I said well, we'll talk about it later. But I want to thank everybody who showed up today, all of our great guests, all of the great performers, Joe Hardistry, David Duran, our author, Mind Branches. I know he doesn't think he's an author, but he's an author in our book. Britta, huge community member. Ches, Hillbilly Hellfire, Cyber Metal Records. He's got a lot of stamps on him. We love his music. We love his videos. He's a big supplier of AI music, video stream, and all of us as an aside. Next week, we're going to have also some amazing guests. We've got DJ Motivate from the Black Eyed Peas. He's going to be coming out next week. We've got Dark Orchestra. He's going to be joining us as well. Let's see here. Molly McCabe. How do I pronounce that? Molly Macabre?
Yeah.
Macabre? Molly Macabre. She's
Molly Macabre, I think.
Macabre. She is going to be our author next week. She's definitely within our clan. Grimfell is he knows about her books as well. And we're also going to, sorry. Molly is coming on the 16th, right? Oh, no, she's coming next week. Sorry. And then
Next
David
week. She'll
Gadarina,
be here next
right?
week.
And then
The 16th.
yes, sorry. There's so many.
He'll be on the
people coming.
23rd.
David is coming on the 23rd.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And if you didn't see his pinned post, he, Space Logic, and Dan Dawson all did kind of collaborative work with DJ Motivate for the Black Eyed Peas on a spinner set that they were running on AI music video. Again, that's pinned on Lance's post if you haven't seen it. He did a really amazing job, as did the other guys working on that. It's really, really good. And it's pretty cool because, we're always trying to like bring in people into AI and everything. So to see people from the quote unquote coming into our community and wanting to know what is pretty cool. So we're excited to kind of see, what he thinks about it. And just, my philosophy is like we're all here together. We're all trying to build a new thing together. So you have people that come from different backgrounds that have done different things in their life. But to me, we're kind of all the same because we're all just like trying to find our way in the new world. So it's kind of exciting to see. I'm not even like into like, you know, big name stars, whatever, sometimes I'm like, who are you even talking about? So I just think it's really cool that we can have all these people from around the globe coming and being part of our thing. So we're looking forward to that. And then, like he said, with just Chad Neo, a Dark Orchestra, hopefully you guys are following him. He's doing a lot of amazing work, collaborations. He does Batman shorts. He does a lot of narrative work, but those ones in particular I think are really cool. My husband's into that stuff. I love it. So we're excited for him too. And then, like Lance said, Molly McCobb having authors coming and being able to get to incorporate the writing aspect, I think is going to be a lot of fun. Back to you, Lance.
Yeah, so aside from our awesome lineup next week as well, and of course David's going to come back, and maybe Joe will drop in on us. But aside from that, we've got, one of the things that David does as well is he's part of a huge music community here on X as well. So he hosts some spaces sometimes where he basically gives people that may not be too comfortable with singing a chance to come up and try their chops, and they give them some critique and so on. But as an aside, he runs into a lot of people, and I dip into the space once in a while. And the other day, for example, we had some, one of the guys, I think it was Mojo. Mojo was playing some piano, and man, it sounded good. The Ivories were really, really awesome. So we're going to get some more music in here. And next week, Lisa and I will have, when we finish the show, I'll wait till the end, but we have some really exciting announcements that I think everybody's going to be really, really interested in. So definitely do not miss next week's show. I mean, I don't miss any of them, but next week's is really something. Yeah, I'm really excited anyways.
It's
I
very
kind of tell you
exciting
right
thing.
now, but
It's happening around here. We're both like, and again, I'm just going to say every week that if you want to come and be on the space, please let me know. We'll get you on the schedule. I keep a detailed list for every week and follow up with everybody to make sure that we can get you on and hear from you and be able to like blast out to everyone. Since we switched to the new streaming platform, we have a much, much larger audience than before, and we are looking to just keep growing that, not for us, but for you guys. We definitely want to be able to be shouting a lot of the things we've been doing behind the scenes, or just like along those lines. We're super excited. We just really love bringing you guys along with us. It just makes us both very, very happy. So thank you for your support. We love you.
big love for every single one of you out
That's
there.
all.
I don't know if any, I'll take everybody off mic so everybody can say goodbye. Anything you want to add? Let's see here. Joop.
Excuse me, I was coughing, but yes,
Yeah,
thanks for
it's
having
free
me.
for all.
Again,
It's a
guys.
free for all. Talk over each other now.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. Thank you
Great.
for having me, guys. It was a great
On the
honor to be
next.
on your show.
It was great having everybody. I love this. Really,
It
it's
was,
just
yes.
it's that one point in the week where we all get to come together, listen to some music, and so on. Our poets weren't available today. It was a short notice. Blue had some trouble getting the data to get into the stream. But anyways, we'll have more poetry next week as well.
We had a full
So
house.
it's just going to be really stuffed next week. It is going to be a very, very full house. Don't miss next week. But yeah, is that it? Anybody else have any questions? Anything to say?
Just
And
want to
if
thank you
not,
guys. Thanks for doing this, pulling this community together, and having a great space.
appreciate you, Adam.
Absolutely.
Thanks for coming. Thanks,
Great talk.
Chaz.
Thank you.
I appreciate
Thank
you
you,
being part of it.
Britta.
Thank you.
Thank you to our lovely hostess with the mostest. And we will see you guys next week again, Wednesday, 2 p.m. PST to 3:30-ish, let's say. Thanks for coming, everybody.
Yep. Love you guys. Thank you.